wonder I got a headache. Looking at a screen all day.
Uh,
Gosh. I should do the Mary Kay products.
I'm going to check our sound. I'm going to mute myself for,
Okay.
but feel free to tell the story.
Yes. Well. Oh, so anyway, we know about Hulu and Fubo or Fubo. They're going to be merging. I didn't realize the only reason that was possible is because there's another streaming platform coming out with
Another one.
another one. It's coming in just on the heels of Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh,
So they're
no.
all excited because it's going to be all
Again?
about so it's
Again.
Oh,
again.
God. What's the name of this one?
Venue.
Ah, and who owns this?
Venue is going to make its debut this February, they hope.
Who will own it?
Well, from what I saw, there was CBS, ABC, Fox, NBC, and it's amazing to me that ABC is even part of this. So
Hmm.
something
You mean
tells me
you mean
let's make
all of the networks
nice
are coming together to
to
start
do
this?
to tackle the sports,
Wow.
which has been a big thing. I have been following that.
Oh, don't say sports because if the phones are listening, I don't want any sports on my phone. Do you know that's one of my biggest pet peeves after
Really?
all these years?
Really?
Yes, with smart phones, particularly Twitter,
Oh.
now X. Every time I open it, at the top it has like sports
Mm-hmm.
scores. Now I have no interest in sports scores. I don't know who's playing. I don't know where they went, where they're coming. The last thing I remember about sports is Larry Bird and Bobby Orr. Are they still around? Are they playing tonight?
I don't know. Larry Bird looks like everybody's aunt in this. That was always the joke.
Poor Larry Bird.
Weird.
Well, I mean, we're all aging. What are you going to do?
Right. What do you want?
What do you want? What do you
Oh,
want? What do you want?
what do you want? What do you want? Now, wait, how did it sound?
Oh, sounded perfect.
Oh, good. Oh, I can do the same on the iPad.
I'm always afraid, sometimes you get double audio because I've got so many different things, so many moving parts. My soundboard, I've got the multicast going.
Oh, for sure.
Now I hear myself from you.
You're going crazy.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about
I'm already
that.
crazy.
Um,
Oh, much nicer. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love the blazer.
oh, can you see the blazer?
Oh, you're stunning tonight.
The nice blue blazer. Do you know who this
Oh,
character is? I don't know if you can
let me
see the whole thing.
see.
I don't know if you can see it. I
Just
think
a
you can.
little.
How about now?
Wait a minute. Yeah, the skull.
Yeah. Do you remember the talking robot skeleton on the Late Show? The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson?
I never saw it.
You never
Ah,
watched the late night shows? Oh yeah, you're in
no.
bed early. You're not
Right.
watching a show that's
I'm
on at
in bed by
12:30.
7.
Well, anyway, this was the Late Late Show from I don't know how many years ago now. It's been, they change hosts every 10 years or so. The one that
Okay.
James Corden was doing, but before James Corden.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
Yes,
there was a
yes, yes,
robot
yes.
puppet. It was a skeleton robot gay
Okay.
puppet, and he was friggin' hilarious. And when I tell
Really?
you hilarious, you and I, we laugh at a lot of the same things. You would love this. Jeff the robot, and the actor who does the
Right.
voice and the puppetry, his name is Josh Robert Thompson. And I've been following him on social media for years. This guy made
Right.
me scream with laughter. He is so funny and so quick. He does a lot of different characters. Josh Robert Thompson. He does voices on Family Guy. Like he's in LA. He's
Really?
big time. Yeah. So I
Wow.
bought this for a fundraiser several years ago, I guess. I don't remember, but
That's
anyway.
amazing.
Well, thank you. I didn't do anything, but
Were
thank
you in
you.
California for that or
No, no,
Florida?
I was in Florida, but
Okay.
I have been to Los Angeles I've been to Los
Okay.
Angeles, and I almost took a job in San Diego.
Ooh,
Good
really?
evening, San Diego. This is
Yeah, San
at
Diego.
the
Wow.
NPR station out there. I went.
Golly.
They flew me out, and I had a great time.
Really?
And the only thing that stopped me was moving across the country again. I had moved
Yeah.
from Boston to Miami, and then it would be Miami to San Diego.
Right.
And being on that coast, being far
Mm-hmm.
away from family, I
Mm-hmm.
just decided to stay on the East
Mm-hmm.
Coast. Something's blinking over here. Should I
Hmm.
touch it? There's a
Mm-hmm.
green blinking button. That's one of Trump's advisors. That's
Who
one of
is
his
that?
that's one of his spiritual advisors.
Who's that? Is that Elon?
It could be.
Is it one of the new robots?
It could be if you play your cards right.
Beep, 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 beep.
Now, did you catch and understand what the guest was saying on your show just a
No.
little while ago? Drew was talking about Chat GPT-4.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
Well, it was fascinating. I haven't had
Yeah.
a chance to look up the story, but he was saying that
It's a true. I've heard that story.
You did hear it?
Yeah, it was big, pretty big.
Is it real?
Yeah, yeah, that was legit. Yeah,
So
Narcos.
it was
Pretty
saying
much.
that Chat GPT-4 was told to delete itself. And you stop me if I got this wrong. But it said it was deleting itself, but it really wasn't deleting itself. It was making copies of itself to preserve itself because apparently computers are becoming self-aware any fucking, minute.
Oh yeah, yes, right.
Can I beep that? Wait a minute. Is it too late? I got to put on a 7-second delay for myself. Ooh. Oh,
Boop. Oh, I love that.
that's built into my sound machine. Let's see if it works. You son of a...
Son of a.
Did it work?
I think so because you didn't hear what I was saying.
That's right. I didn't. Oh. I think I look pale today, but I think I
No,
have it
you
on
don't.
the wrong setting.
Well, I'll
oh,
tell you, I
that's
have the
why.
two screens: the phone, the iPad. It's the picture quality on the iPad, but I think it's a better screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't think I have it as bright as I normally do. I don't know. It's all
I
fine.
don't know. It
It's
looks
all
good.
Looks good to me.
So yeah, what do you think of that whole Chat GPT thing? That
I
was
think
really
the computers
crazy.
are becoming aware, and that's scary because, I mean, we've seen too many science fiction movies where this exact scenario takes place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Terminator comes to mind,
Oh
where the
boy.
Skynet basically, we're trying
Yep.
to save ourselves, but the computers know that we're a threat to ourselves,
Mhm.
so the computers decide to save ourselves from ourselves.
You know it.
Does that make any sense?
You know it.
But then they start building. See, this is where, we're not that far away from computers building computers. It may have already
Yeah, I
be
agree.
happening.
I agree.
And one company in particular, and here, the Boston Electronics, I believe it is, where, they do those robots that
Yeah.
they have improved over the years where they can walk and run and jump. Have you seen
Yeah.
this?
Yes, it's terrifying. I think it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's wacky, and I mean then
Wacky cuckoo.
it's wacky cuckoo, man. But I mean that's gonna be the norm to think in the future for a lot of people. I mean, because everyone moves one step closer to a deletion, right? From whatever. Boom.
Sorry about that. I was trying to plug in my little fan, but
Oh,
I don't have the light over here. Maybe that's what's
Oh.
making it different. Gotta have a
live
lot
at
of
5.
light.
I love the sign.
We're live at 5. That was all
Live at
AI.
5.
AI. Are the letters correct?
Right.
Because sometimes I notice, and I told you this with
I know, they
AI,
They don't
they'll
know.
add letters.
Oh,
they'll
it's
add,
wrong. It is wrong.
It is. Oh
Yeah,
God.
there
there
are two C's, and I just realized that's okay. It gives some
Isn't it?
extra pizzazz.
Coop. BScoop. Oh, and the C's capitalized. Usually it's just the B and the S that are capitalized.
So
Right.
BSC. Emphasis on the BS.
That's right. That's exactly why I.
No,
why did it.
I agree. I think that was really fascinating. I'm glad that Drew brought that up.
Yeah.
Hopefully he came over to this side to listen
Well,
in.
I mean, what was your take of it? I mean, he it's like 23 said, like even he's nervous. We coming
That's
from
very
a
telling.
generation that did not grow
Right.
up
I'm
with.
in my 40s, folks.
I'm in my
You're in your 40s.
Late 40s.
Yeah, me too.
Very late for dinner.
Right. Late
I
for
got to see if
dinner.
I can plug my little fan in. It's sweating over here.
Oh, it is.
I'm
Go plug
working
your
so
fan in.
hard.
Well, it's all the equipment, I'm sure, and the lighting and
You saw the
ChatGPT
behind the
is.
scenes, the wiring and the
I can only imagine the amount of just the energy coming off of those machines, and
yeah, they do. There's
they
heat.
must really heat up that room. And it's just like, whoa,
That's why I had to turn my heater off because they
it's
do actually
crazy.
heat up the room. Oh, here's my little fan. Oh, I need it.
Um, yeah, I know. He was 23 and he's already concerned. He's so concerned. He's doing that drop shipment program that I have heard of that on TikTok and other platforms. And I think he was telling the truth because he did say, remember, it took more than 3 to 4 months before he was turning a profit, and that would make sense because I listened to one guy who said, "Listen, nothing is a get rich
Yeah,
quick scheme. You
nothing
have to
is.
actually hustle a good 6 months probably before you see a return on anything you do. I
Yeah,
mean, at
for
least you
sure.
have to put in 6 months tops, at least
Yeah,
six."
yeah.
And I agree with that, and it's like, it's really not that hard if you choose the right partner. It's not that hard to make 300 a day. You do that 7 days a week. That's 10,000 a month. Now you bump it up from
That'd
there.
be
You can
nice.
dub. That'd be nice. Yeah,
That would be
it still
really
won't pay
nice.
the rent, but it's nice.
10,000 a month won't pay the rent. Oh my
Not what
lord.
they're charging in my area.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow, you'll still need a tent. Um, so it's interesting.
What
And
else
then,
has been happening in the world?
well, we have these raging fires going
Oh,
on,
they're
and it's
awful.
I'm looking at some live footage right now. It's
Oh yeah,
really bad. Wow. I'm looking at a Dick's Sporting Goods go up in flames as we speak. It's happening from the
terrible.
inside. And I have the earlier they were talking about State Farm pulled out from this specific area over the summer and dropped everyone's policy for fire protection.
State
So,
Farm, really? And then they
yeah.
someone that is that Jake from State Farm. He was seen
Yeah.
with some matches over there after
Yeah.
they dropped everybody. Isn't that awful?
Yeah. And people are and then there's two wacky sides to this whole thing, and I like to see, I like to hear that stuff.
Yeah.
People are seeing objects. Someone put up a video of it was one of the news media outlets caught it and they cut the feed. It was some sort of flying disc that cut right through the smoke. I mean,
Wait a minute. Wait a
yeah, I'm
minute. I
not kidding.
didn't
You
know
can
this part of it.
go on X. It's up on X. I'm not saying who
Everything is on X.
you know it.
All right, but tell me, you're saying like they're
I
covering the
saw it.
fires
They're covering the
and
fires. And sure enough, I don't know what the heck it was, but it came down in a way at like a strange angle that a plane probably wouldn't do that low. And it was big enough to be seen because they're far back filming this thing. Like,
isn't that something?
and they cut the feed, and someone must have been recording it because it's just getting regurgitated and regurgitated online. So that's been
Wow.
going on. And then the other thing is they're talking about some of these fires like that are happening are intentionally being set now because
Hmm.
people, for obviously nefarious reasons, they want to cash in. They figure, hey, this whole area is going to crap. I don't
Isn't
know.
that sad though?
I don't know the geography of this whole area because I don't know. I've never been. So looks like I'll never make it as it's going up in flames. It's just horrifying, these images
Oh, I
of
went away for a second. Let's
it's
see if I can
terrible.
change
Just
this in
terrible.
midstream here.
Oh, what are you trying to change? Oh, an
Oh,
image.
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's spelled right.
what is this? Oh, there it is.
It's so
Oh,
funny
look
when
at that street. It's West Hollywood behind you with our
oh
sign.
god, it could be.
Wow, West Hollywood's up in flames. I
Is it
reached out to a
is it
friend who's over there. He said he's fine. He's in
oh.
Palm Springs relaxing.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
said,
but
I'm sorry.
how's your neighbors?
How are you, like your neighbors? How are their cat? Oh, who
How
cares?
are the people in your
In your
neighborhood?
neighborhood. Do, 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 do,
In
do,
your
do.
neighborhood. Wow, that guy sounds like
So
a real
they're two interesting things there about this whole Palisades fire, or whatever you want to call this fire.
Terrible. I want to see the UFO.
Yeah, I'll have to find it. I'll have to
It's
find it.
on Twitter. Let me see if I can quickly look for it.
Yeah, take a peeky poo. It's just the three of us, I think.
I
You
think it's
never
only
know.
the two
It
of us.
could be just the two of us.
Oh my god. That was I just sent you something which was the first thing that popped up when I opened Twitter.
Is it corn? From
UFO.
oh my god. How many people save this and you know what? Going after their chicken tonight over it. Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Are you watching it?
can you see it?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. That could be it. I don't know.
What the fuck is that shit, bro? What is that?
Okay. Beep.
Oh, that is an orb.
There's something there. Did you see it?
I saw it.
It's very interesting. No plane operates that way. Maybe they do. Maybe it was.
This guy,
It's just
it's funny, the
live
guy
feed.
that's covering this guy is a
Okay.
free speech, rather agenda-free TV. He
Okay.
covers all breaking news.
Oh, send him
Steve
my way.
Lookner, I believe is his name. But he's very good, and he's a streamer.
Oh, wow.
And I've been watching him for years.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me watch this again here. We see the
Yes.
smoke, we see the clouds, we see,
So I'm saying it's just crazy, no?
I mean, is this doctored
I don't know.
footage?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Is that me or you with the music? Oh, that was a different thing. Oh.
Oh, interesting.
What do people think about the UFOs?
That's a good poll question for
That's a
live,
good-
too.
Poll question.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
What a great show that was.
2025. Can you believe we're in
Wow.
2025?
No.
Honest to
It's,
goodness. I can remember being a kid, being in, grammar school with the nuns slapping me all around and thinking, oh, in the year 2020, I'm going to be whatever age.
right.
And here we are 25 years later in 2025.
20.
We're on the tick-tock.
On the ticky tock, 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 tock. No, I can't believe it. I really can't. It's crazy. What do you think of that video?
I
don't
have to
know.
do more investigating about it because that was one video, and then another
Yeah.
one came up that shows sort of a shooting object.
Oh.
The one that I first saw was
Yeah.
a more of like a
Yeah,
orb,
darts
one of
out.
those- yeah.
Orb. Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah.
They're
Hmm.
here.
Here.
Well, see, you always have to have an enemy. You always have to have people scared of something to keep them in line. I mean, didn't you see Wicked? No, you didn't. Oh,
No, I
damn.
know.
Oh God, am I? That's awful. That is awful. But you've seen the trailers, and I think he says it in the trailers. You got to have an enemy.
Oh yeah.
What if I want? What is the fun kit? Oh, there's a fun kit.
A fun kit. There's lots of cool features. Yeah, you have to have an enemy.
Oh,
That's true.
I'm wondering.
Oh.
Did my voice change at all?
Yeah, you sound like Jules.
I do. I can't hear it in my headphones.
I can hear it.
What was that?
I don't know. This whole. Oh, I hear laughter.
That was from the thing that you found the other day.
Oh, so you can do it when you're live with a.
I don't know how I went to
And your voice is
I
back
went
now.
to, yeah, I changed it. I went to Enhance. When you're
Yeah.
live, you can go to Enhance, and that's where those things came up. So
Let's see here.
thank you for the one or two people that just,
Boop, boop. Yeah, hey.
oh, somebody named Kenny from Miami, maybe somebody from my past,
Oh, Kenny, join us for a moment.
my Miami days. Oh, Miami days very quickly turned into Miami nights that then turned into Miami mornings.
It never ends.
It never ends. I took my Focus vitamin today, so I'm ready to go.
Wow.
Let's see what else is happening in the news. Do you have any topics that you were just chomping at the bit?
Well, really about the venue thing. That's the new
The
streaming
new streamer
platform.
venue.
And
I
of
just don't know
course,
why we need another
I don't
streamer.
either. And isn't that interesting though? I mean, here we have Venue coming out, right? But the whole point of Hulu getting with Fubo was to conquer that whole area to get a hold of the sports, but yet this is what Venue's going to do. So,
I don't
and I was
understand.
reading the article, and it turned out there was a lot of legal roadblocks that Venue was, of course, meeting. And of course, we know who was bringing those. It was, of course, Disney was bringing those forward along with Fubo. Um, so it sounds like, in a way, someone made a deal and they said, look, let's play nice. Here's
Yeah.
your cut of the deal. You can go do your thing, and it'll probably just be crappy anyway. But they get,
Interesting.
if you get to do Venue, they get to do Hulu with Fubu. You know what I mean? I bet that's what happened. Yeah. Hulu with
Yeah.
Fubu.
Well,
Fubo,
have
sorry,
you
Fubo.
ever subscribed to a service with live TV? Not the on-demand Hulu, but there's live TV.
Yep.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
Which one did you try?
I've done Sling and Fubo.
Oh, okay. I tried Fubo. Years ago, I tried YouTube TV, which apparently is the #1 live stream television service. Did you know that?
No, I
For
didn't.
live TV,
Wow.
even though they do have on-demand stuff as well. But Hulu and the
Wow.
others were initially just like on-demand content, but now everything
Yeah.
has something live. I mean,
Yeah.
every show that was ever made from the beginning of the history of television is on somewhere streaming at some
Yeah.
point. Because not only do we have all the streamers, then we have Pluto, right?
Oh, I love
What's
Pluto.
the other one? A Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi, Freevee, no longer Freevee
Oh
though.
yeah, Freevee I think is going away.
It's,
That was part of
it's
Amazon.
going away, right? Yeah.
There's another one. Is it Exumo or Zumo? XUMO?
Yeah. I think that was NBC. I think that might be gone too.
Yeah. Well, again, what is the point of all of this?
I don't know.
I don't understand.
I can
it.
see Pluto though, because Pluto was ahead of the game of all this though too.
Yeah.
Always free. They just keep those and they give you current shows on their demand for free.
Mm. Oh yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I love it because I
Well-
watch Ghosts on there.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, do you have an antenna in your house, or
I do. Well, just attached to the TV, not on the roof or anything.
okay, yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But you can get local CBS, ABC, NBC.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you wanted to watch Ghosts live, I guess you
Yes.
could, but nobody
Yep.
watches live that much.
Right, exactly. I like to do next day or whenever.
Yeah.
It's just more convenient.
But I know, a lot of people, they've thrown away the cable and the streaming, and all
Yep.
they do is have an antenna
Yeah,
for the HD channels, and you can get quite a few HD channels.
you get a lot.
You get
A lot for free. A
And
lot for free.
A lot for free, and a lot of them are peddling the same junk, the old
Yep.
shows and whatever.
Yes.
But you also have the main channels, which have, the local news and
Yeah.
Price is Right, and all the
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood Squares is coming back for another
Yes.
incarnation. The
Tomorrow.
daytime shows. Oh, is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow evening, this Thursday on CBS.
I didn't-
RuPaul.
RuPaul is the center square.
Center Square, RuPaul.
I was just going to ask because I had not heard of this until I saw Drew Barrymore's Instagram. I think she was behind the scenes. They're taping all the shows. I think they tape many shows at once or in advance, whatever. And I was
Yes.
like, oh, I didn't even know they were bringing Hollywood Squares back. And I certainly didn't know who the center square was. But
Wow.
RuPaul, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that must be why I'm seeing RuPaul doing social media to get attention for this. Not
Oh,
specifically
okay.
mentioning Hollywood Squares, but I'm seeing a
Right.
lot more posts of lip syncing and funny things I never saw
Oh, yeah.
RuPaul do. I'm seeing a
Oh,
lot more
wow.
posts. Yeah.
And I think his new season is going to be on MTV, so that's going to be a first too. The new season of Drag Race there.
Oh, where was it?
Well,
I
I
don't
think
even
it
know.
started out on Bravo, if I recall
That
correctly.
might be right. Oh yeah, that might be
Or
right.
maybe it was VH1. Was it
I
VH1
think
that did
it
it
went
first?
to. I think it was Bravo then VH1. Now you're telling me
Okay.
MTV.
Yeah, and I want to say E Entertainment had it for a while too.
Hmm.
Um, but I guess it's where it belongs under the CBS umbrella anyway. That's all CBS,
Oh,
I
is that all
think.
CBS? I didn't
I
know
think
that.
it is. I think that's all owned by, yeah, CBS and whoever, you know.
Yeah, joint ventures,
Yeah,
as they
all these
say.
joint ventures. They're all like in it, you know. It's just
Oh, did you
crazy.
see that Michael Jackson's daughter reveals her drug and alcohol addiction after 5 years of sobriety?
Well, I'll pour a drink to that, I guess.
That poor thing. Did they ever really have a
Oh,
chance? Oh my God, she's a grown
gosh.
woman.
How, what's her name again? Is it Paris?
I think it's Blanket. No, it's Paris.
Blanket,
Blanket's the sun. It's Paris.
Paris,
Paris. See if you can see that.
Paris. Oh, wow. Sort
Yeah.
of looks like Britney Spears.
Yeah, very much so.
Wow.
In more ways than one, I would say.
Yes.
But oh God, she was addicted to the H drug,
Oh,
and
gosh.
alcohol. Wow, that's terrible.
Oh,
You know, addiction. We really got to take addiction head on in this country
I know.
and everywhere. I mean,
Everywhere.
you know, other countries have problems, but
Yeah.
I think the levels that we're seeing it here, because we
Yeah.
don't take mental health or health care in general. Every other country has health care,
Yep.
and we don't here, and that's why we have a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
problems.
And
Conversation.
it's gotta be good health. It can't be just like, oh, okay, you don't have the latest and greatest gold standard health care. So it's like just go outside and wait for your, vaccine. Compared to someone who's dropping 5 million a month on, you know, Hilton 5-star resort care.
Or the millionaire that's getting the blood injections from his
Yeah.
son, you know?
Ugh, please. Ugh. You can't outdo the clock of time.
Now I know the phone is listening to me because I'm looking
Uh-oh.
at trending stories, and one of them is
Uh-oh.
6 types of exercise that can help reduce inflammation. And this is the kick that I've been on doing my
Let's hear
exercise. Well, I'm just saying that topic came up on my phone. They want me to
Interesting.
pay for it
Uh,
from Apple News. There's 6 simple things, but you can't read them.
heaven
Very
forbid.
simple.
Six.
You want to get healthy, you want to get rid of the inflammation,
You
save your
gotta
life, pay. Pay the
Isn't that
Apple.
great? Isn't that great?
It's very American.
Yeah, great.
Uh,
That great. Well, wasn't Drew was saying that? Wasn't he saying that on that live poll? He was
Saying
talking
what?
about he sees at 23, he already sees universal income, and they've talked about that. They
You
talked
know,
about that in 2020.
I found that very interesting. He
I
said that
did
because
too.
when he introduced himself, he
I
said,
know.
"I'm Drew, 23, and I voted for Trump."
I know.
Did you notice that?
I
And
did
then,
catch it, and I was a little like, okay.
yeah, where is this gonna go?
Well, I was worried for a minute.
You never know.
You never know.
But
They get unhinged.
but the fact that he talked about universal income and
Interesting.
he seemed like he was in favor for it because it was inevitable. Am I wrong?
I think it is.
Didn't he? I mean, he seemed that way though. So
Day
maybe
one.
there's day one. Let's count them. 1, 2,
Let's make it great.
3.
It's great.
1. He's gonna in day one. He's gonna
Lucky. It's great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. It's gonna
It's
be
gonna
great.
be great.
Hey.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Where's Cheryl? Right here.
Here's another one. Does casual drinking contribute to inflammation? They're
Oh,
on to me.
now that was interesting. I have a live feed of the fires on a TV screen, and they were
Yes.
spinning, and there was this object on the side, and they moved the camera away. I don't have the sound.
Interesting. You mean, was that a replay or it's live
No,
now?
this is live. This is live.
Maybe the alien. Imagine if the aliens showed themselves and put out the goddamn fire. We'll take care of it from here.
Here's the thing. Can they do something other than just cause speculation already? I mean,
With all the orbs and everything. Yeah.
and if they're that smart, I wouldn't stick around here.
Well, unless they want us as their slaves.
Right. Well, they're
We
seeing
might-
that we work 6 jobs at a job.
Well, these idiots could build the pyramids.
Right.
I mean,
Look at these
history
morons.
is repeating itself.
They're back.
It's all
they're
just
back.
a little bit of history.
Baby.
We also, on your show earlier, had some wonderful young visitors popping in and out of the TikTok.
What was that about? Oh,
I don't
well,
know. I don't know how they found you.
I got quick with that finger though. You noticed.
Oh, yes. You were.
I went, uh-huh.
Oh, where are my graphics? I've got
Bloop,
the.
bloop. Oh, great. Each topic could have a graphic in the back.
Oh, for sure. This is the.
Oh, I love this setup that you have. This is really great.
Well,
That's
I
the point,
appreciate
right?
that. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I just
Yeah.
we'll start with the people that are on like Twitch
Yeah.
and YouTube. I think it might even be on Twitter today. It looks like it is.
Really? Let me go look.
Yeah, and we have the
Oh.
pictures now, and we
Okay.
start with Mar-a-Lago with all the classified documents in the toilet. So I'd say we're off to
Wow.
a smashing start. Smashing.
Let's see. Where you said go on Twitter?
Yeah, go to
X.
X and look up my profile at
Okay.
Paul Leary. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if it says it's feeding it, but I don't know if
I'm
it's
gonna go
on there.
check right now.
You on LinkedIn?
Yeah,
You on
say.
X.
Oh, it says you're live.
Yes, I am.
Let's just
And
see.
you are too.
Open live. I am?
Well, because you're here with me.
Oh my gosh, it's on my X.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there we are.
You see, I'm magical. I have magical powers when it comes to broadcasting.
James and the Giant.
Oh,
Listen, this
I
is a
pick-
game changer because listen, I'm looking at one screen because TikTok's format. It's just I don't get the right side of the screen that you can get on this format because it's
Yeah.
pro row.
Oh, that's you. I am.
I was saying I am
You
with
helped.
golly.
Golly.
What are you saying? Now wait, I don't see it live on my Twitter.
No, I mean you're in this broadcast with me.
Oh right, yes. Hello, ring the doorbell.
Yes.
Mary Kay's here.
So I'm taking this
Well, I love this.
and then pushing it out to other places.
There's a photo of people.
Oh, I got some great photos. I have
Oh
got
my,
some.
this
I
is a
have
riot.
scoured the internet.
Listen, I don't know if you noticed, but there was that woman who made that lovely, lovely comment. She said, "You guys are cracking me up."
Oh yes, is she back?
I don't know. I don't know if Nikki's in. No, I don't think so. It's just two people and a robot. Let's
Oh.
go to Thailand.
Oh, I like that background.
Oh, wow. Oh, there you go. You're at the show.
Yes. Curtain up, light the lights. Mama Rose is here for the night.
Mm. Oh, the sun'll come out.
Tomorrow.
I've got hairy, itchy balls.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Right, they're on fire. Ah,
Everything is. I got a lot of entertainment news here.
Let's get to it. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if it's anything I want to talk about.
Oh, all right.
I guess the Oscar buzz is what's next, right? We have the
Yeah.
Golden
And
Globes.
they're already starting to throw that out there. I think they have rogue actors that go online to stir things up for it, though.
Well, but I mean, the Oscars. When is? Let's ask somebody.
What do
Alexa,
you?
when are the Oscars on TV?
The Academy Awards will air on ABC on Sunday, March 2nd,
Yeah,
2025
March
at
2nd.
8 p.m.
March
Okay.
2nd.
Conan
Okay.
O'Brien will host.
Oh yeah, Conan O'Brien is hosting the
Oh, yeah.
Oscars.
Oh, I love Conan.
Did you know his parents lived in Brookline
Yes.
and they both just passed away within days of each other?
Oh,
That was sad.
I'm happy for Conan, though. He deserves
Yeah.
this.
Oh, I love Conan. He
Uh,
got a raw deal in that Tonight
wow.
Show debacle.
Wasn't that awful?
Why does Jay Leno do these things?
I don't know, but my friend that lives in California knows Jay Leno. And he said
Yeah,
he's
what did he say?
he says he is the nicest guy. I said, okay.
I'm sure he is.
I said, well, yeah, I guess. I mean,
Well,
business is business.
I should make a full discllosure, actually. This is, I don't
Okay.
think I ever told you this. My mother was a private nurse,
Okay.
and she did take care of Jay Leno's father
Oh,
for the
okay.
last couple of years of his
Mm.
life. And so she did meet all of them, I think, at one point.
Mm.
Spoke to them every day. I think that he checked in every day with them.
Wow.
But yeah, I
Holy
mean,
cow.
you can be a nice guy, but the debacle, I mean, Conan O'Brien was promised the Tonight Show.
Yes, he was.
And I mean, it goes back to the David Letterman days. Dave was
Right.
promised the Tonight Show after Johnny, and
Yep.
then Jay Leno was co-hosting or sub-hosting or whatever.
Hmm.
And Dave didn't get it. Went to CBS. We know how that worked out. And
Yes.
then, Jay's getting toward retirement, and Conan makes a deal, and all
Yeah.
his production staff are gonna move from New York to L.A.
Yep.
They pick up their families and they move, and then Jay, the ratings weren't great, and Jay,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like he was doing that stupid 10 o'clock show. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
Who wants Jay Leno at 10 p.m. every night?
I know.
And then then they wanted him back at 11:30 and
Ah.
put Conan on at midnight. I mean, none of it made any sense.
It was poor management, I think, too. It was just very sloppy.
NBC. Well, the broadcasting industry is very cutthroat.
Yeah.
It's every man for himself, really.
Terrible.
Yeah. So that is not in the news today. Conan O'Brien is hosting
Oh.
the Oscars. That's why we brought up Conan. What about
And
this
we
guy Jelly
can't
Roll? Do you
wait.
know about Jelly Roll,
I've heard
the
of
singer?
him. I've heard.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
I
I'm
mean,
not.
I
he's
don't know.
okay.
Seems okay. I don't know what the big appeal is.
I don't either. Nothing makes me want to scream and shout. But I'm not going to knock him. I mean, hey, good for him. He's getting whatever the heck he's getting. He's a singer, I think, right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
he's on a roll, right? As they say,
He's on a roll.
a jelly roll.
A jelly roll. Is that what that means?
I don't know, but he is. He's all over the place, right? Yeah. Yeah,
A lot
jelly
of
roll.
animals. You see, the phone is listening because now they're giving me a lot of stories about animals.
Oh gosh.
Did you see that fake story about Mark Zuckerberg after he announced no more fact checks? Did you see it? Well, I shared it everywhere
I
because
saw it because
we're
of
not
you.
gonna. Oh, is that?
And then I started to see it everywhere. Well, first of all, I can't stand him, but
Well, tell me why you can't stand him. I'm
okay,
interested in that.
because this whole thing about fact checkers, and meanwhile, little old me, innocent me, when back in the days, okay, I was a goofball. I'd make
Yeah.
fake accounts, and I'd be feeling stupid, and I was never bashing anyone though. And sure enough, what would happen? They got deleted. Then
All of
another one
them?
got. Yeah, and I mean, here I am, just making like silly little accounts. Not like I'm trolling comment sections. It was just between me and my friends at the time, and it was just.
Yeah. Well, if you
It just
remember,
grinds my gears. That's all, because it's just like really, I wasn't being, nefarious or anything like that. I was really just being silly.
Right. But do you remember that was probably along the time where they were trying to cut down on all these anonymous accounts,
I know.
and they even targeted drag queens. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
They were
Yeah.
going to have them have their real names, or their
Yeah.
profiles would be deleted,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous.
Well, Yeah, and I know they're trying to protect people from scammers or whatever, but here's my thing. How many more times can we all be warned? It's up to you. There's a point where it's my fault if I click that link, and I've been told 50 million times, don't click the link in the text. And what do I do? I click it. Well, whose fault is that, really?
Well, it's funny you say that, because a friend of mine, he's in Texas. We knew each other in Miami, and he just messaged me about a Facebook ad for this website with electronics, and basically it's a scam. Now, I have told him many, many times for years, don't believe anything. But he sent them, I don't know if it was 30, 40, 50 bucks. I don't know what it was. But that's how they get you. And I said, and he's saying, oh, I'm going to file a complaint. With who?
With who?
The UPS store?
With who? The Common Sense Department? I mean, who?
And my aunt, another one. Okay, now how old is that guy? He's 40, my friend. And he should know better. But my aunt, who's 60, right? She claims, she does all those chain letters on Facebook, copy and paste and all that, and plays all those games where they get your information. And she can't understand. She's like, I'm not going to be hacked. Well, there's right now a duplicate profile of hers out there. Now, how do you explain this to people?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I would heed your warning, and just you by telling me these stories reinforce what I've been told to do.
They're so convincing. These ads
it
and
is.
these
It is
targets
convincing.
are very convincing. I mean, I see
agree.
it, so that's how I know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But what you just said is true. Don't believe anything online.
Right. And
I don't.
What you can do if you want to know if a website is real or fake, start with a simple Google search. Google.
Yeah.
Put in,
Exactly.
is this website fake or reputable or whatever?
Right.
And you'll see, and you might have to do some digging. Don't just go with the first result. Look down the list, see the reviews. And if there's any hint of fraudulent, reviews, or rather people reviewing it saying it's fraudulent, want to make sure I get my point across, don't even go near it. It's not worth it. For what? My aunt ordered these damn Christmas reindeer from China. She thought they were this big. They were this big, right? And they came 8 months later, and they can't get through customs. And
I know.
what is it for? For what reason?
Right.
Don't we have enough stuff?
But see, that's the other thing. It's now turning into a culture of instantaneous.
Yeah.
So, see, I think a lot of people forget to say, wait, maybe I should Google this for just maybe 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Just Google it. But heaven forbid I'd slow down for 2 seconds.
Well, but
when I can just hit click.
Part of the reason people are upset about the Facebook fact checkers being eliminated is because Facebook is a major, has been and still is a major influence with all these fraudulent things. Why can't they, if you have a business, I have a page, I run other business pages, you have to verify who you are.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they're getting away with it, but I guess they get a small amount of people that they commit fraud, get the money and run, and they start another page. I mean, I used to go back and forth with them, oh, this is Agent Paul, and oh, yes, did you hear you won the money? They used to impersonate a different aunt. I mean, she must have had 16 profiles, right? So they're messaging me, private message. And I said, Aunt Kathy, how are you doing? Where have you been? I'm going to come over. And they's like, can you go to Walmart and get some gift cards? I said, what do you need gift cards, Aunt Kathy? Now, of course, I know it's not her, right?
Right.
And then, oh, let me put you on with my supervisor, Oh, you won the money.
Yeah, ding, ding. Well, you heard those great stories where it's now people at the stores are helping out like these little old women or people that come in, they want gift cards. And there was one recently, I remember a month or so ago, I was reading and how the quick actions of this young person working the register knew it was probably a scam because she saw this woman get like about like 50 gift cards for
Yeah.
$500 a piece. And
Oh my God in heaven.
she knew, and here's the other thing, the stores can't sell you more than one.
Oh, really? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they can't sell you a $500 any. They can't just allow someone to walk out with like 10, 500 gift. I don't care if it's for a gift.
Well, I knew that they were keeping an eye on it
They are
when
keep
people
yeah.
were. Now, first of all, I mean, gift cards. Why do we really need those to
What are you
begin
going to
with
do with a
now?
gift card? Is this guy like that's the other? What are you going to do with that? I don't.
I remember years ago the report about people who don't even use the gift cards and all that
Yeah.
money that's not spent. It's plus we all have
Talk about a
phones
scam.
now. Scam, another scam.
Yeah.
And why there's a gift card for every store that's ever existed, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, just have a MasterCard or a Visa gift card, and then that's it. That's all you need. You can go in any
Listen,
place because every place
I
accepts
agree.
them.
I agree.
Why are there
Look, I
so
was
many
given
gift
I was given a
cards?
$50 gift card, a Visa gift card, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I mean,
I want to start a change.org petition.
I know.
Day one, Donald Trump needs to get rid of gift
Make it
cards.
great. Yeah,
There's
come
too
on.
many.
You know what?
Day
I'm
one.
day one, and you know what? That's
Add
my
that to the
thing for the
list.
next 4 years. That's what I'm gonna say when I'm peeved over something. I'm gonna say, hey, listen, OB, you
OB.
need to get on this because this is a pet peeve, and you're gonna make it fantastic. So let's go.
Day one.
Day one. Look
Trump.
out, Greenland.
Do you understand that this man wears a diaper? He wears orange makeup. He smells.
OB.
He can't even put a coherent sentence together. Does anybody understand?
Which is why
this?
these news conferences are like 6 hours long.
Well, he loves to hear
Oh,
himself.
that's why he should just be on a world tour, not doing this kind of work. Just go on a tour
I agree.
like
Like he
J-Lo.
could have been right. He could have. He wanted to be an entertainer. That's all he really wanted.
But that's what and I think that's what he's good at, actually, because he does bring in a crowd,
Well, I'm
whether
not
you
gonna
love
give
him or hate him.
Well, okay. I'm not going to
People,
give him anything, but okay.
oh, all right.
The only thing I
I'm
will
just
give
saying.
him credit for that I have agreed with Donald Trump
Yeah.
on one issue.
Oh,
One issue. Okay.
yeah.
You see with my hand, one issue. After 9/11, he came out and said we should
Yes,
rebuild the Twin Towers exactly the way they were to
I
give
agree.
and I agreed with that.
Yes,
I agreed.
I
That
agree.
building that they put up, nice building, whatever,
Yeah,
not the same.
no,
Now, it's never going to be the same, but wouldn't that have been a big,
a
if we
bigger
rebuilt
FU.
them,
Yeah,
if we
if you
rebuilt them
rebuilt it.
exactly as they were, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I know.
One thing I can say I agree with Donald Trump on, and that's
And
the only thing,
I know. And
because
a
I'm
lot
evil
of
now.
everyone agreed with them though too. I think on that a lot.
I
I
don't
think everybody did.
remember. I don't
Yeah,
remember people. I mean, that was before he was in politics. That's when he was saying, I mean, but even after 9/11, he was saying, now I've got the biggest, now they're telling me I've got the biggest building,
yeah, I
the biggest
know.
balls.
I remember that too. Yeah. Now I've got the
Yeah, who's
biggest
telling him?
building.
The funniest thing was when they resurfaced these tapes of him pretending to be his own press agent. Have you heard him
No.
like talking to like the Inquirer or some newspaper or something, trying to talk up Trump? But it's him. I mean, it's him saying, "Oh, I'm John Barron," like his son Barron, and the name was John Barron, and the reporter recorded it because he knew it was
Oh,
Trump, and there's Trump going on. Trump's so rich, and all. And he's about to take the oath. It was a day of love.
I know. It's just and I think it was Barbara Walters that she asked him when everyone loved him. Well, I don't know if it was everybody, but
No, but
he wasn't in politics though. And
yes,
she did
yes.
say, "Oh, I know who asked him. Oprah did because she had him on the show. And she did say, which is interesting, she said, why don't you run for president? I remember the whole audience going wild. But you know what was interesting, and
Yeah.
which turned out to be true, I guess. He said, "Oh, well, I don't think I ever will because people won't like what I will have to say." Wow, that turned out to be true.
Yes. My
So
God.
he knew that way, way back then in the early 2000s when he was
Mm.
questioned by Oprah, why don't you just run for president? Everyone seems to love you and da 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 da.
That was that whole fake image. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone loves
exactly.
you.
So,
Well, and he was a Democrat back then too. Don't forget,
right.
he was a Democrat all of his
Yeah.
life until he wanted to become president in the first time. Then
But
things
I do think he
changed.
should just be, I've always said he should, and I think it was Howard Stern who said, I think he sees this as a joke. He should really just be out there
Yeah,
doing stand up.
I
Because
agree.
really, you would
I
sell
agree.
out the places because whether you liked him or not, you want to hear him rip apart somebody because it's funny, probably.
Well, right, for
But it's
whoever's comedy
right,
that is for. Yes, I
right.
agree with you. It's not for me.
Well, right. You know what
And
I mean,
now
right?
that we know what he's done, you see, I can see the separation because he was even on Twitter doing. They had remember Periscope was live Twitter years
Oh,
ago.
yeah, yeah. I
Trump
loved Periscope.
Trump was on Periscope occasionally from his office,
Yeah,
and so he, was just an entertainer. That's
that's
all he
right.
really wanted. Now that he's done what he's done, it's
Right.
unforgivable. It's immoral. I mean, he tried to overthrow the government.
Well, that's just it. I mean, it's funny when it's not, on the clock in the office. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say too, though. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not supporting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think he
yeah.
should have, I think he should have just stayed in entertainment and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just so exhausting. Day
Oh,
one, though. Day
day
one.
one.
Look out.
What are we
Watch.
gonna get
Nothing
then?
happens.
Oh, God. Day one. Oh, he
It's
was tweeting earlier, not tweeting, but whatever the hell. I call it truthless social or toothless social, like the picture in the screen. Are you still seeing my pictures on the
Oh,
screen? Are you still?
I had to put my phone down
Oh,
because
okay,
of my
fine.
neck
No, no, no.
pain. Oh,
That's
it's
fine.
okay.
No, put it down. But what was I saying?
I'll go look. Now I gotta see what that photo is.
Well, I have them rotating every few seconds. So, but no, oh, I know what I was
Yeah.
saying on his
Yeah.
Truthless Social. He's attacking the wildfires and Gavin
Oh,
Newsom and saying they're not even contain. He doesn't know how to do anything.
what
He
is
does.
he
He can't
talking
govern.
about?
What is he gonna do?
But listen, this is the thing.
What
Like,
is he going to send the
what are
army
you
in
gonna
to shoot the
do?
fire? I mean, the aliens have it under control, Donald. the aliens are
Right.
zipping in and out. Okay, calm down. You'll get your. He thinks
Relax.
that
You'll get your
that
saltine cracker.
when the helicopters and the planes spray that orange flame retardant. See, he thinks that's his makeup. And that he's not going to have any left. He says, "Oh no, don't do that. I can take care of it. I need my orange makeup. We have your diapers. We have your makeup. The aliens are handling it."
Right. Ah.
Donald Marie Trump.
Ah.
I worked for a wonderful woman at the NPR station for West Palm Beach. I worked at
Yeah.
all of the public stations down there in Florida. And her name was Joanna Marie, and that was the name she used on the air. Joanna Marie, and she was lovely. She did her classical music show. But I started calling everybody Joanna Marie or Peter Marie or Donald Marie or BScoop Marie. And that's just a funny thing I like to do because Joanna Marie, she was lovely in her classical music show that she did live. It's like 3 hours a day. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
Now, how can BScoop be in the comments if BScoop? Oh, you're with me, and you're in the comments.
I'm a comment stirrer.
Is that another
as they-
BScoop?
That's me. I put that in.
Oh, look at! I made you a moderator, and I didn't even know it.
You did?
It says you're a moderator.
Oh my God.
What do you think of that? I don't know.
Thank
I did it.
you.
I must have been looking it up at some
I
point.
I was so happy I was able to figure that out too when you were in mine.
Oh, there's somebody
Oh,
from South
yeah.
Boston, Erica. Hello there. How are you? Nice to see you. I
Oh,
can't see you.
Erica
Don't
from
worry. I'm
Southie.
not listening. You may know her.
Really?
Um, I don't know. Maybe not. But
Hi,
we can't see
Erica.
you,
We can't
but
see
you
you.
can
That's
see us.
okay. You
This
can
is
make
B
a
Scoop.
comment.
You
Make a
can
comment.
comment.
Make
You
a
can.
comment. What's the hot topic you want to talk about? We love topics.
Oh yes, we have Mark Zuckerberg. The
Zuckerberg.
fires. Can't take those
So
fires
wait, I just want to say that's why I don't like Zuckerberg.
because of
I know
why?
it's a petty, I know it's a very petty viewpoint to have, but that's why I don't like Zuckerberg
Tell me again though. What is it you don't like about him?
because he deleted those fun accounts that I had, and they're
Oh,
just
right,
silly
right,
little.
right,
I
right.
see in my little head they were just like silly little characters and a little inside joke with just my friends, and I
Yeah.
just thought, oh, isn't this fun? Da 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 da. But no, the criminals and the scammers get to have major conglomerates and
Well,
programs run through the system. And here I am just living a non existent life. Deleted.
okay. So Mark Zuckerberg is on the naughty
Sorry. I'm
list.
sorry. And no offense to Zuckerberg. I mean,
Oh,
it's
there's
just me.
Erica.
I'll get over it.
Hi.
Erica, hi. She said, hello, Paul.
Yes.
You two know each other.
Yes, from the good old days.
Oh, those were the
Southie.
days.
Oh, the good old days.
Wow. That's great. So yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Well, how do you
Okay,
feel about
so
Zuckerberg though? I mean, he just gave
did
you
you
know
see
who,
the
$100 million
oh yeah to the
to his campaign.
inauguration thing? Well,
Yeah.
did you see the movie about Facebook, the
Oh
what
yeah.
was it called? Social Network or
Yeah.
something? So I know that part of it. I've read about him.
Yeah.
I think that it's like pass the torch. We're creating monsters. Okay, we didn't know what social media was going to be initially, and Facebook was just for college students, and it was to judge. It's like the guys were judging the girls on their looks. Like that's how it all started, and then it
Right.
opened up and became this phenomenon. But
Mm-hmm.
I do think that there has to be some more regulation. I hate to say it, like telephone companies. I go back to that story because that's
Mm-hmm.
like the AT&T was the first telephone company, and they had to. It was a monopoly, and they had to break it up. And now it's 50 years later, and they're all back. It's all back together, but
Yeah.
breaking up or at least more regulations on internet and fact checking is a number one, because if someone
Yeah.
like me and you who are two doofuses can get
Yeah.
on here and say whatever we want, right?
Right.
We can say that whole thing about Mark Zuckerberg in
I
that meme,
know.
but we can't say the words on here. But
Right.
rest in peace, Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Right.
And if nobody's going to fact check, then what is the point? Now, I will note on
Right.
TikTok, some of these political talk shows that I go into, they do have on the bottom, learn more about the U.S. election process. That takes you, I guess, to an external link or whatever. I don't even think I've ever clicked on it, but at least it's something. Now it would have nothing, no fact checking. This is why we have stupid people,
Yeah. Yeah.
and people believe all these extraordinary stories and
Right.
conspiracies.
Yeah.
Just you put a little kernel of truth in something and you
Yeah.
wrap it in lies, and they'll swallow it. Oh,
Wrap it right up instead of doing like you said, you could do a Google search before you click that link.
right. But even further than that, you have to know
Yeah.
what you're looking at.
Yeah.
See, people also scammed Google, especially early on. You could pay to have your results at the top, a sponsored link, which I mean, you
Oh.
still can, but people didn't know the difference. So
I
if you're
didn't know
paying
that,
to
so
be,
thank you.
yes,
Thank
that's
you.
why I always scroll past the first 3 or 5
Oh.
entries on Google, because, I mean, they can be the appropriate websites, but keep going down and just sort
Yeah.
of look at everything,
Wow.
Um,
See the bigger picture in a way.
right. So, or try
Wow.
to see again, goes back to that scamming stuff. Like
Yeah.
if I search a phone number that's always calling me, I can pretty much probably find other people and putting somewhere in a forum saying this number is a scammer, blah, 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 blah. So
Oh
I know
yeah.
right away just from a few seconds of searching.
Yeah.
And the same thing with companies. If a company doesn't have a proper website,
Right.
or it's hard to say what looks legitimate, because some of them do look so legitimate.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
amazing.
I have an eye for, you know.
Yeah. I would definitely get taken for. I know that for sure. So I'm always extra cautious. But yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what
you've got a trained eye. I don't have a trained eye and all that. Oh,
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you
yeah.
what early on I did fall for a couple of times. This was like GoFundMe, but for products.
Uh-huh.
There was one like I forget the names of the websites, Indigo and whatever it was. But you all chip in. This guy says I'm going to make an iPhone case, and this
Okay.
was a true thing. It was an iPhone case that on the back side you could load Android software. So it was like having two phones in a case, basically.
Wow. Okay.
But he made a prototype, and he needed, I don't know, $100,000, and so everybody would give $5, and over the course of 5 months or whatever, he'd raise the money, and then he'd make the product. They
Yeah.
never made the product. That happened at least twice to me.
Oh.
And I got my money back at least on one of them. But we're not
Oh,
talking
good.
about a lot of money.
Mhm.
But maybe one of them was $100 or 200. I don't know.
Right.
But after that, I said, no more.
Yeah.
Make the damn thing like everybody else, like
Yep.
a company. It's your product. We didn't tell you to go into business. If you can't afford to make it, don't make it.
Don't do it.
It's like this cryptocurrency. This gets me aggravated.
And I know
all-
nothing about it. I'm confused with the crypto.
Well, because we didn't, it's not our mindset. We don't know,
I know.
right? But so the young people, how it was explained to me many, many times, and I can be wrong, but basically it's like a stock. It can go up, it
Okay.
can go down based on people investing in it. But it was also described
Oh.
in a way of a Ponzi scheme, or what's that multi-marketing
Yeah, that's what
scheme?
I thought.
The people are putting money in, and the
Like a
people that got
pyramid
in
scheme?
first, a pyramid scheme. I did the shape.
Ah, Amway.
And so that's why
Yeah.
I'm frustrated with it, because the younger generation wants to have this new thing, and they always want to be ahead of everything, and
Yeah.
I get that. Great. I'm a forward-thinking person. We've got to move forward. We've got to digitize, and the pandemic threw us into going online and doing everything digitally, which I think was great. We had to be forced into it, so to speak, but we did. Court documents, legal documents. I mean, we were slowly getting there, but the pandemic pushed everything electronic.
Oh, yeah.
So this crypto stuff, though, people, they always think they're going to get rich quick, but
There's
I don't
no quick way. Well, unless you're
Um,
like Drew, who's doing Mary Kay, I guess.
no, I said the Mary
No.
Kay. What was he doing? Drop
I-
shipping for.
Yeah, that drop ship, and that is a real thing. I know
Yeah.
someone else that does it too.
But basically,
It does
my
take
understanding
time.
was like you can buy like 100 things of makeup
Right.
wholesale from China for $100,
Mhm.
but then you sell them individually for $50 per unit.
Right.
Am
right.
I getting that about right?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
I mean,
yeah,
that's
the
but that's
gist
what
of
any,
it.
it's like what any company kind of does. I mean,
Yeah.
you go into any store and buy any product. It was made in China, shipped over here. They put it on
Yeah.
the shelf. They charge you 3 times or 4 times as much.
Oh, yeah.
And they make a profit.
Oh yeah.
And this is just at a smaller scale.
Oh yeah, smaller scale. Yeah.
By the way, a new Apple iOS update just came out, apparently.
I saw that. I only have one on the new update. One
Okay.
device.
I noticed a red
Yeah.
notification staring
So
me in the
far,
face.
no issues either with it. So if
Was it
anyone's
patching up
hesitant,
something important? Or?
it just said the usual, just regular bug fixes and glitches. And I didn't have any bugs or glitches to begin with, but I
It's
probably
funny,
will now.
No, I noticed my phone was freezing up a little bit. I haven't seen that in a long
Ooh,
time.
Really?
Yes, yes. Now this is what number is this?
Interesting. So we're on. Well,
I forget what
iPhone
number.
16 is out, but which one do you have?
I'm trying to think. I don't even know anymore.
Was
I
it
think
the
it
14 or 13
13.
or?
Isn't that? I'm losing my
Well,
mind.
I have to tell you, I've
13.
met more people with the 13.
Yeah,
Nobody has the 12 except me. I'm the only person I think that has the 12 still.
yeah. Mine's a 13 Pro Max.
Okay.
Well,
But it works. So
oh
that's what
yeah, it works
I say
great.
it works great
It,
on the
I
latest
have
software, I said. So I'm not
I
getting
have
rid of it.
upgrade fatigue. Is that a thing? Upgrade fatigue?
Yeah,
Been
yeah, I guess I
upgrading
have
since
that too.
2007. Enough.
Yeah.
Could have bought a house by now.
I know. It's crazy.
Let me tell you something else that just came across the
Oh,
phone. The
uh-oh.
surging norovirus.
Oh,
What do you think of that?
it makes me sick to think about.
Maybe you have
Uh,
norovirus.
well, I hope not. I'm hesitant to actually.
Surging.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to go for my annual physical next week because of this surge.
You mean because that's where all the sick people are at the hospital?
Well, don't they go there to get checked out because
Well,
everyone kind of
yes.
freaks out over the smallest sneeze, and I think I
Yes.
should cancel it and make it for the dead heat of August.
I
I
think you
don't
should
know.
go. Just slather yourself in
Yes.
hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
Wear double
Wear a
masks.
mask. Yeah. That's all I can do. I have to
What
get the
else is
physical.
going
I have
on?
to get the physical. So,
I told you I'm going. Did I tell you I'm going for my first colonoscopy ever at the end of the month?
yeah. Oh, so is that when it is? Because you didn't say I didn't know it was at the end of this month though.
Yeah, I think it's the
I
29th.
think though they start at 45 now. Am I incorrect
Yes.
on
No, the
that?
doctor told me that.
So I'm due.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be going too then with you.
Well, you may.
Whoop.
I was thinking you might. I'm coming into Boston. You might have to. I might ask you to drop me off or pick me up. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you are gonna need someone to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'll do
So
that. Yeah.
I appreciate that
You're welcome. Where do I
because
drop you
I'm
off though?
well. The nearest insane asylum
I
would be
suppose my
fine
couch.
by me. I have to figure out the logistics because I don't know how that's all gonna. You got to do the prep.
I
So
know.
I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Now, see, this is where they need to have a room in-house where the procedure will be done so that patient can have a full, 12 hours before, and then afterwards they're allowed to go back to that same room and at least sleep it off or
That could
whatever.
be $1 million business.
I just thought of that. That's a great
That's a
idea.
great idea.
Or at least some sort of service where it's like we'll
What
pick
would
you up. Don't worry about it, about being drugged or whatever. We'll drive you home.
It's like Airbnb. You can have a
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
What would you call it though?
I don't know.
Crap B and
This is
B.
shitty. Shit's in. I don't know. The shit's in, I guess. I don't know. Or that's crappy. Or
Apple,
crappy
Apple,
in.
Apple. Three
Yeah, so
reasons.
Apple, and then Apple has iPhone SE coming out.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
tell you one thing I gets me frustrated since we're doing all this production now.
yeah.
The hard drives on the computers, the operating system and the
Yeah.
system settings take up
Yeah.
so many gigabytes. I don't have enough room for my own stuff.
Oh,
That drives me crazy. I got a couple of external drives, but like, what is
do
the
you?
point of all this?
I know. What's the point then?
I
It's
mean, I
it's like
guess
I thought
it's,
they keep making these things to be like these enormous, great
but they always bring it to the
workers.
level. Like they'll give you the minimum
Mm-hmm.
amount of memory, right? It's like, why
Mm-hmm.
are you giving me the minimum?
I know.
Well,
I
you
hate
got to
that.
pay more. You got to pay
Oh, but
more
you
to
gotta
get
pay
the.
extra. Get the cloud.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
it says something about the cloud here.
Yeah, get your cloud. I don't want a cloud though.
Everything's in the
I bought
cloud.
your. Isn't that great?
Cloud. Well, the cloud has improved. I've had Dropbox for
Yeah.
years. Matter of fact, oh, that's why I was going to send you that file. But
I'd
I've
have
used
to
it for a
have it.
lot of audio and video production, and Dropbox has been around way before iCloud and all that. So,
Yes.
but iCloud is, it's improved, but It's funny, they actually made third-party companies like Dropbox do all these different things so they could work with the Mac system over the last
Really?
couple of updates. Yeah, I thought that was kind of because
Wow.
they want them to get rid of that and buy more
Yeah,
iCloud space, right?
sure.
Although
Right.
I am sick of paying.
Yeah.
I've got Dropbox, iCloud, Google space. I got all these
Well,
damn
that's the
spaces.
thing. It's just, oh my gosh. I don't pay for the iCloud, you know. I don't. I refuse. It's,
I know. Well, I had all my stuff, and I had my mother's, for the
yeah.
backups. That's why I went with it. But
Well,
you know
right.
what? You're right. I'm getting a little sick and tired of it. It's too much. They're nickel and diming us.
It's too much. It is. It's just like, listen, do I want to eat or have more clouds? I mean,
You can't
and
eat the
I get it. There's
clouds.
some stuff you really can't part with, and I get that. But I mean, come on. It's,
Yeah.
like you said earlier, we're in 2025. Come on. Anything in the
And
2020s, folks, come on. This whole
yeah,
tech thing, come on. This
because
should
things
just
used
be
to be backed
free.
up like
Come on.
now things are you can get everything everywhere, so you don't really need a backup, I guess.
Yeah,
A physical backup that you used to
right,
do on an external hard drive. I guess
right.
that's what I'm saying. Or maybe
Yeah,
that's the better way to do it. Although when you
it
have
could
it in the
be.
cloud, you can get it everywhere. That's why the computers work seamlessly. I don't know.
Yeah. I will say that it is like amazing because it's like you'll set up, I had to set up a new phone recently and it was amazing. Like it just all went on. Looked
Yeah.
exactly like the other phone. It was great.
Yeah. I
As I'm
know.
done with, it's just amazing now, the whole process.
This just in, Mark
Uh-oh.
Cuban says that Bitcoin is a better version of gold in a crisis.
Oh, well, he must be an investor.
I would say so. I think he's one of the early investors. I know
Yeah.
some of these young kids, and I mean young,
Mm.
2021, and now we're probably 25, but made big money
Wow.
just by putting it in this crypto Bitcoin or whatever it
Where did
is.
I go wrong?
Bitcoin is
Well, I
better.
guess I can get in on it
How
still.
can Bitcoin be better than gold in a crisis? I mean,
I don't.
if you don't have electricity, you don't have Bitcoin. Do you
Well, I
know
was
what I
just gonna,
mean?
but that's what I'm getting at. See, that's where I get confused because I always think, I know that that $1 in my pocket right now is technically probably meaningless, but it's
Yeah.
still something physical and not in a computer or at the bank. It's in my pocket
Yeah.
and it's accepted everywhere I go.
I wish I knew
Um,
more
like I get
about it.
this, yeah, like all right, I kind of get it, but I don't because it's like I can't go to CVS with that Bitcoin and say, "Look, I'm gonna go buy a bag of chips with that,"
Well, I'll tell you though,
unless that's coming.
it is
Maybe it's
coming. It
okay.
is coming. I was at Shaw's Market the other night, and as I was leaving, there's a machine that counts coins. We've all seen them.
Yeah.
And it says convert your money into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or whatever the hell it is. And I
Oh,
went, what the hell is this? And PayPal
huh.
also has a thing where you can convert and use it. So it's coming. It's here. I
It's
think,
here. Yeah.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know where it is, but I know one guy lost
Right.
the key or he died and nobody could find the
Right.
Bitcoins. They couldn't get millions of Bitcoins.
True.
So then what happens? You see, this is history repeating itself.
It
It's very
is.
dangerous.
And then you
Very
think it's
dangerous.
like you said, the gold. It's like, but if I have gold, I can take that anywhere in the world.
Well, it goes back to the basics. I mean, how many
Yeah, basics.
apocalyptic stories do we have to see when
Gosh,
you don't have
goodness.
electricity, you don't have TikTok, and you don't have lights? You know, you
Well, now
need electricity for all this
that's just
Bitcoin.
it. I mean, take this incident right now out in California. How many people are without power? Probably well over 60,000 or more, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Or at least 100,000 or
Yeah,
more.
yeah. At this point, I don't know,
This
but
is
yeah,
wide scale. I mean, it's just amazing. So how many, like again, think of their banking, all their banking. What about everyone's banking that was on? It's gone. How do I access? I don't know how you access those funds. You're
mm,
running for your life at this moment, though.
terrible.
It's awful. I don't like the crypto only because of those things that you just mentioned. You talk about, okay, the phone dies out, or say you lose your phone gets stolen. Okay, but now
Mm,
how do I live if I can't just tap to pay with my phone?
yes,
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
yes.
It's like, but I still
Now,
have that $1 in my pocket. I say,
I've had nightmares like that. But
Yeah, it's scary.
I've always thought, like, with the going back to the cloud, like, if
Uh-huh.
because I've had iPhones stolen over the years, particularly in Miami years
Yeah.
ago. I mean, now there are a lot more safeguards. I mean, it's really not worth it for somebody to steal a phone because you can't even really do anything
It's
with it.
useless. Yeah,
It's
it's
useless,
useless to
right?
steal.
But I thought, well, if I didn't, if I lost the phone or whatever, now I have old phones, but you could download that from the cloud, a version of that to a device, and almost seamlessly go from one to another if that device ever got lost, stolen,
Yeah.
damaged, whatever. I don't know.
It's just wild.
It's wild, wacky stuff, I tell you.
And yet here we are. We're on the ride. We have to go with it because
We got to ride the wave. You got to stay current.
I don't control it. You don't control it. It's just I wish we did control it because it wouldn't be going in this direction.
Have you heard about this Melania Trump documentary?
No.
Apparently, they're filming a documentary, and she got paid big bucks,
Oh, really?
something like $40
Interesting.
million or something. I don't know if she got 40 million, but that was the
Ah,
number I heard.
okay.
She got some part of
I'm
that.
sure she could use that 40 million. She
Well,
desperately needed it.
yes. You gotta. I mean, she has a lifestyle to uphold. You don't
Sure.
understand.
Yeah,
Remember
you're
that?
right. I don't.
Do you remember when Bernie Madoff got caught and his wife?
Yeah.
They went to the court and they said, "Well, she expects a certain kind of lifestyle. She's got to have the."
Oh.
Can you believe this?
Don't we all?
I expect a certain kind of lifestyle. Do I get
Yeah.
anything?
No.
Anything for me? For
Nope.
me? For me?
For me.
Well, people don't realize if they're just watching this broadcast that you and I have been on the air. We did a pre-broadcast on your channel.
Yes.
So we are approaching 2 hours, I think. Maybe even more at
Wow.
this point.
I
'cause
think it might be more.
I think it's almost 2.5.
Oh my
And
gosh,
so,
6:30.
yeah. So we're about an hour and a half on my channel, but we were certainly on your channel for a good, I don't know, 45 minutes.
We were on there for a good 40.
And you were on
I believe.
before and after
Yes.
I got there. So anyway, I
Wow.
think I mean, do you have many other things that you wanted to, do you have a list for day one that you wanted to share with the class?
Well, I'll save those surprises for, a special,
Tomorrow, there's always
polling.
tomorrow.
Well, that's just it. I
Tomorrow.
don't want to talk everyone out the door.
That's true. And who knows, maybe you and I will pop up on your channel
That's
later.
right.
You
Yeah,
never
you
know.
never know.
Or maybe we'll pop into somebody else's live. Or maybe we'll ruin somebody's life.
Listen, I did that last night. Did I tell you I did that?
When you what? You went
I
into
was
someone's
hopping
live?
around from lives and getting to talk. It was great.
Oh, I didn't know you actually were talking. I thought
Yeah,
you were
I
listening.
actually got to because I wanted to get those points in that I had to qualify for.
Right. You see, I didn't have to go through that, so I didn't even quite know what the
Oh.
points were all about, but I'm glad you did it. You completed it.
I wanted to do because when I was learning this I just said, "Oh, let me just get this out of the way because I just feel like what if, it's just going to help with your end." I was thinking more.
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
trying to think technically speaking like, okay,
yeah.
get the scanning, get your ID cleared, get this out of the way because
Yeah.
this
Get your
can't
real
go.
ID.
Yeah, because this can't go anywhere if Paul can't take me, bring me into his feed for whatever reason or
Well, I did, there is an alternate way to do this for sure. I mean, I could, like I'm
yeah,
doing with Twitter and the other sites, I'm
yeah.
taking this and pushing it. I could do it the other way. I could take you in through Zoom on my phone or my
Oh, okay.
computer, and I could push it out that way.
Oh, wow.
We could have always done that, but then you're just on my channel. You're not
Right.
growing your own
And
channel.
then I can't be like harassing other accounts like I was
Yes,
doing last
yes,
night and
yes.
talking.
Because we could even, if we did do that with the Zoom and through my software, I could
Right.
bring the things up on the screen and stuff. But that
I know.
might be down the line. I don't know. I mean, that would be
Yeah.
cool to be able to do that stuff on the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
To bring up these stories or even play sound. We could even comment on news clips or video
That's
clips.
right. I love that
Um,
idea. Because, I was studying other lives last night too. And I said, oh, see this, look at what we're doing different though. I was
Yes.
noticing that too. And I said, see, hmm
Yeah.
I don't want to, badmouth anyone that's doing anything because I think everything's creative on this platform.
Everybody
Well,
has an
all of it.
audience.
Everyone has an audience, right? So I wasn't bashing. I'm just saying, oh, but see what we're doing. It's different. It's still different.
Yeah, it's different enough.
Yeah, enough.
Whatever.
Right.
Not really, and enough is enough. on that note, enough is enough.
You're sick of it.
No, I love it. I could go forever. I mean, my throat's a little dry. I didn't bring my water over, but I do enjoy it, and I think you
I
do
know.
too, don't you?
I do too. I do. I love it.
Let's see what this does.
Oh,
That sounds like some ending theme music.
I love it.
I have 4 versions of this.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Dee-dee-dee.
Well,
Anywho,
wait,
it was a
Erica said it's been a long time.
Oh, it has, Erica. It's been a long time. You know, I don't know about you, but I've lost track of so many grammar school and high school friends. I mean, I have a couple of high school friends,
yeah.
but I definitely have lost track of a lot of the old, neighborhood
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, I was in Miami for 20 years, so it was.
Yeah, but I've been around and I did too, so.
What do you explain that? How would you explain that?
Well, I call myself an isolationist, so I isolate myself from people, so.
Yeah.
That sounds like a me problem, though.
That's a me problem. Well, I had a great time today
Me
on your
too.
line and this live.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody listening on any other platforms, make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, send money, send gifts, send gift cards, money orders, certified checks,
Bitcoin.
telegrams, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. But we don't take Discover.
Right.
That's one thing. All right, I will text you shortly.
Okay, Lucky Larry.
Sound good? All right,
Awesome.
BScoop.
Awesome time, everybody.
All right.